Transport of water from soil to root hair. Plants absorb water from the soil. If we take a longitudinal section of the root, we find a protective root cap present at the tip of the root. A little above this, some of the epidermal cells of the outer layer grow out as root hairs. The soil surrounding the root hair contains less amount of organic substances and inorganic ions, while the root hair cell contains more organic substances and inorganic ions, thereby making the cell sap more concentrated than the surrounding soil water. So the soil water crosses the intervening cell membrane and enters the root hair cell by a process called osmosis. From root hair to xylem. Water enters through the root hair and moves through the cell walls of the cortical cells, while some amount of water enters the cytoplasm of the cortical cell. Water present between the cell walls then crosses the intercellular space and moves through the cell wall of another cortical cell. In this way, the H2O goes on passing through the cell walls along the cortex and reaches the xylem. Water that enters the cytoplasm of the cortical cells moves into the cytoplasm of the next cortical cells through the interconnecting pores known as plasmodesmata. Thus, some amount of water travels through the cytoplasm of the cortical cells and finally reaches the endodermis, which is the inner boundary of the cortex. From the endodermis, water ultimately enters the pericycle, where the xylem vessel is located, that act as a continuous channel and supplies the water to all the aerial parts of the plant.